Is this thing on? What's up, Sports World? This is Marcus.
This is Maurice, and this is Don't Believe the Hype,
where we talk about the good, the bad, the fantasy of sports. Leading off the day, we got to talk about Team USA basketball. The Olympics is starting next week. The team is headed to Rio. I want to know what you think about the current roster makeup.
Well, I think the Golden State Warriors team looks pretty good. But my biggest concern, where's Damian Lillard? That's what I want to know. Damian Lillard has been getting snubbed ever since he came out of Weber State. I mean, this is a perennial scorer in the league, and I think he would be a good asset on the team. We've got Kyle Lowry, we've got Kyrie Irving, but Damian Lillard is a finisher that the team could. I mean, we know we got some finishers on the team, but he's a finisher that the team could really use.
If I could, I guess, sum up Damian Lillard's basketball career, it would be all my life I had to fight. I mean, it's like every time, Weber State, right, the Portland, he gets snubbed for All-Star games. Right. He gets snubbed from Olympic teams.
Right.
I mean, what more can this guy do? He pretty much put the Trailblazers on his back. Right. And put them in the playoffs, which was otherwise a lottery team. I mean, honestly. Right. And the fact that he's pretty much it's a definite drop off from not having LaMarcus Aldridge. Right. But he covered a lot of the issues that team had, going into the season without Aldridge. Right. And like I said, the ability to put them in the playoffs and be competitive in the playoffs definitely said a lot about his game and a lot about him as, a person. It would have been very easy for Lillard to just sign that contract extension and just, suffer through the misery of 82 games. But nah, he decided, hey, let me make the best of my situation. No Aldridge, but it's okay, and I got him. And that's somebody I felt like Team USA needed, in my opinion.
Right. I can agree with you. I mean, of course, I came with the idea. But, But, enough about Damian Lillard. I mean, he's a good player. We'll actually talk about the actual roster. And I wrote some of the names down. We've got Melo. We've got Harrison Barnes. And I think that really probably adds to my case. Harrison Barnes is on the Olympic team. Harrison Barnes is on the Olympic team. And
really, you had to
right, and we've got Draymond, the Nutcracker Green, on the team as well. I mean, he's a good player. I mean, all jokes aside, but and the Golden State Warriors would have had 4 players on the team, 5 players on the team.
Yes, had Steph decided to play. Yeah,
right. So they had Barnes, Draymond, newly signed Kevin Durant, and Klay Thompson was a phenomenal shooter in his own right. Your boy Boobie Cousins is on the team. He got some love. So what I wanted...
Free Boogie.
Right.
Free Boogie.
Still talking about him. For Boobie Cousins, DeMarcus Cousins, is mama knows him as. This is the most winning he will ever do in his life. So I urge you, DeMarcus Cousins, to enjoy this moment because your team will never be at the top. And that's nothing against you because you're a great player. But, as long as you're a part of the Kings organization, you're going to be cellar dwellers. But they have a good roster.
As long as they continue to ignore the resume that I sent them, they will forever be a losing franchise. I submitted my resume for general manager. I have a lot of plans for the team. I have a direction for the team. My 2K 16 and 17, when that game comes out, resume will speak for itself as far as what I can do with a team if you give me the opportunity. Thank you.
Continue. Did you send it to the right? You sent it to the right place?
Yeah, I did a re-receipt.
Oh, okay.
I'm still waiting for it to be read, though.
I mean, it might take a while.
You know how that go.
Yeah, it's all right. But what I was thinking is that, and of course, I'm not going to necessarily compare them to the Dream Team, but how do they stack up against some of the other Olympic teams that we've had? I mean, even more to think about that. Do you remember when it was actually college players?
Well, if you look at my boyish good looks, no, I don't remember the college days. I was told about the college days where we took L's left and right to the point where we didn't want to be embarrassed anymore. Right. Hence, the Dream Team, the greatest Olympic team that will ever be assembled. Even if LeBron and Steph and Lillard showed up this year to play on the Olympic team, it wouldn't matter. Wouldn't ever matter.
That we can agree on.
Right.
We can agree on that. But, if you're young as Marcus claims to be, then you might not know about the previous format, which is, back then, the teams consisted of college players. So what happened was that the Team USA would run into Spain and some of the other stronger teams, and they would lose. And it was because you're playing collegiate athletes against professional players that have been playing since they were 13 years old, and they understood the true fundamentals of basketball. And we lost. And, the United States, and I probably will sound unpatriotic at this moment.
Place your right hand over your heart.
We're bullies. And so, as being bullies, the bullies on the block or on the playground fence, we decided to go on and get the biggest and baddest players in not just the United States, but in the world. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to drub you until you can't take it anymore. I mean, the games are so bad is that after they take out Melo and Durant and the rest of the team, they could put me and you in the game and we still would win by 30. And I'm
flattered.
Right.
I'm flattered, man.
But no, seriously, it's that I know that it's a proud moment to represent your country, but when you have a competitive advantage at this level, it's not even fair. I actually remember when I was young and I used to watch the games. I used to watch the other countries. I remember watching a 19-year-old Tony Parker for Team France, and he gave the United States team the business. 19 years old, and I think a year later he got drafted by the Spurs. But Pepe Sanchez for Argentina. Just seeing some of these guys that had good college careers, and for them, this is their moment. For us, the United States, again, I love the United States, but it was easy pickings.
So are you saying that at this point, given the NBA talent we have compared to the other countries that are represented at the Olympic Games, do you feel like it's just too easy for us at this point? Do you think we should go back to the college format for us?
Well,
and make it a little more difficult?
No, because I want to win.
On us?
No, I want to win. But no, what I think would be a good idea is to have a mixture. If you have 12 players on your team, why not have 6 from the NBA, 6 from college? Or at least, even if not 6 and 6, at least have sprinkle in some college players. It's a good experience for them.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
And I would say, college players are still in college, so not necessarily rookies that are about, college players, and let them get that experience abroad and to represent their country. I think that would be great, personally.
Well, personally, I think the NBA players should be represented so we can continue to dominate and show other countries we are not to be messed with on the basketball court. Because if you are Spain, Croatia,
right,
Lithuania, China,
right,
you don't want no parts of the red, white, and blue because you already know what's going to happen. You show up, they throw the ball in the air, and you lose, and you go home. But hey, you go home, represent your country, you get a nice, medal that isn't gold at the end of the day, because we are by far the best country when it comes to basketball.
Yeah, I'm glad you said
quite personally.
Yeah, basketball.
No lie.
Yeah.
No, look at the competition that they are facing this year in the Olympics. Argentina, for some reason, Emmanuel Ginobili is still on the Olympic basketball team. Yeah. If you look at China,
right.
We destroyed them in exhibition play. You look at France. Yeah, they have Diao and they have Tony Parker and they have Nicholas Batum.
Yeah, I like him. He's a good player.
Okay, all right, I give him that. That may be their, one of their biggest competition.
I would say that team if let's say we went back to the old format, that team could probably win gold. The team, France.
France, yeah. But if you're U.S., if you're Coach K, if you're the other members on the coaching staff, you only really have to probably game plan for Spain, despite not having Marcus Gasol.
Right.
You got his brother Powell. He said he's showing up. He's not scared of Zika. Zika, you can't conquer me. And France.
Okay.
Other than that, you can take it easy and get your gold medal and go back to your teams with so much confidence that, hey, I represented my country. I did what I was supposed to do. I got the medal. Even Boogie, even DeMarcus Cousins, he can go back to Sacramento with a gold medal and probably not even care about winning 20 to 25 games this year because, hey, I got a gold medal. And the rest of you coaching staff guys and the other 11 on the team don't.
But they're going to win that many. That's another conversation. I mean, every time we talk about the Kings, you give them a couple extra victories. But, that's fine. But, so are you saying, is there any chance that Team USA will not win the gold?
No. There is no chance. I ran all the numbers. I asked people on the street. I asked Coach K. I hit his Twitter. I didn't get a response. But, hey, it's Team USA. I mean, we the best. I mean, if you really want to be honest about it, it's Team USA. No other team stands a chance. And, I mean, you're going to show up and lose.
Do you need to take that?
No, not this one.
All right, okay.
All right. It's actually Coach K, but I'm just going to let it go to voicemail.
I thought it was the Kings.
I'll get back to him. I told you the Kings, they didn't know.
Okay.
The read receipt, they haven't read my resume yet.
Okay.
It says Marcus Thompson, NBA 2K11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, champion.
Okay. All right.
And I really feel like, playing a video game would translate well to the real world.
That's good stuff. All right, well, so we talked about one of my favorite players in the NBA, Damian Lillard, who's relaxing. And that's good for him because he doesn't have to worry about playing extra basketball. He can relax right now. But we talked about your journey to being in the Kings front office.
Hey, man. A black man can only wish, man.
Yeah,
I feel like, I make the trades on the game to get approved. Why? Hey, it's not that hard. I set ticket prices and whatnot. Right. I can do all that.
What level are you playing at?
Hall of Fame.
Okay.
That's the only way to do it.
Okay.
Hey, look, if y'all gonna play a video game, do not shortchange yourself. Play all Madden, Hall of Fame, this, that, and the third.
Okay.
That's the only way to go. But let's go ahead and make that transition from Olympic basketball to what we're definitely all excited about, considering what's on television these days. Football, fantasy football.
And we are literally a week away from football. Welcome back. I'm Maurice.
And I'm Marcus.
And it's the most wonderful time of the year. If you've been in the cave for the last few months, it's almost fantasy football time. It's almost football time. It's almost time for us to see pigskin, to see cheerleaders, to just spend all day Sunday doing nothing but watching football.
Absolutely nothing. No honeydew list. No can you. No, if you got a second. No, when you get a chance.
Nothing. And how far away?
Oh, man, Hall of Fame game, I believe, is next weekend.
Yes, it is. First action of football. But before we even get to the Hall of Fame game, before we even get to the season, I want to talk about preparing for the fantasy football season.
Absolutely.
Because, in my opinion, as the real players say, there is no off season.